Good day, this is our PIA. We are the team number 6, and our PIA is about the pandemic contamination by the use of sanitary protection. Our team is composed by Lilith Marlene de la Cruz Alemán, Monserrat Abigail Echeveste Olivares, me, Vanessa Ivonne Hernández Hernández, Frida Esmeralda Martínez Gómez, and Carolina Isaías Rivera. As the coronavirus pandemic advances, the Earth has experienced a rapid due to the low of CO2 emissions in some countries of the world. However, after the incorporation of economic activities, the demand of masks has increased exponentially. With only 1 month, China exports more than 4 million of masks. The consequence of the return of activities and the absence of promising vaccine the being launched on the market in the coming months has brought a new global threat. Thousands of masks invading landfills, oceans around the world, once again causing the alteration of the ecosystems aimed at their destructions.
The problem statement is that today, as the pandemic progressed, people had to wear masks to avoid contagion. However, 90% of the masks end up in wrong places, polluting and damage ecosystems as they can take more than 4,000 years to disintegrate. So the use of masks is dangerous to the environment. The hypothesis is if we make people aware through a survey about the use of sanitary protection and we propose a solution, then environmental pollution will be reduced. To solve this problem, we conduct a survey with colleagues and their families in which we ask a question about the health protection product. We also ask them if they agree with some of the proposals we made or if they propose something else. Then with this we will analyze what is the best measure to solve the problem.
For the experimentation, a survey was carried out in which we followed four steps. We first decide the most appropriate questions that will give us specific information. After that, we begin to write the questions with their possible answer, and then we publish it to share it with other people. And finally, we analyze the results we obtained. In general, all the questions were focused on what type of mask they use, why, if they already know about the contamination, and some of our possible solutions.
Based on the simulation, we can assert that of 14%, the 85% use the cloth-face mask, washable, and only 50% use disposable. However, the reason why the most people use the face mask is that they shaper double the disposable mask every certain size or because they are more beautiful than disposable face masks. Likewise, it's also the same number of percentage of people who care about the environment and for it reason that use no disposable or closed face. Another hand, people who use disposable face masks, almost all of them throw them away in a standard container, when it's possible to put in the bag and after turn into an organic container. The percentage of the people who throw the face mask is a trash can, the 57.5%. Now the correct way to do it. The 37.5% do not have this information, and the 5% are not interested enough about it. However, the 100% on the interviews that the disease containers some particular place to deposit the face mask, we can use them. Also, only 50% agree that it is best way to solve the problem of pollution when prepared solved for COVID-19, giving that the 42.7% of people believe this best option in the person where caught during the face mask in the wrong place should be fined. Finally, the missing process is divided into the individual who think that the population should be aware and reflect on this topic, and the person who believe that all the previous prevention measures must implement.
Conclusion of pandemic contamination. With the results of a survey, we can conclude that most people use cloth masks because it is cheap and because of the design. A few are more concerned about the impact of the environment, while people who use disposable masks do not dispose of them in an organic container as recommended. 7.3% of the people surveyed showed that they do not care about the contaminations that the mask cause. However, the other 92.7% are aware that measurements must be taken to reduce the contaminations that the mask cause in the environment. Some solutions are special packaging for masks, fines for people who do not comply with the measurements, as well as different programs that raise awareness about the impact of the environment.
This is the reference, and thank you for your attention.